Good morning, Regan. Quick demo video for you for your Fallen V3 by 89 Sabers. I got this done yesterday, but I didn't have time or the energy really to put all the sound fonts in the config on here that you sent me. I did that this morning. I got all your fonts on here. You had quite a few, but when I went to load your config, there were quite a few errors on it. So what I've done is I'm going to let you iron out those errors. I put just an example config on here to show you what this can do. It's got one sound font on there from your list. I picked the return, so green blade. I made the pommel accent do like some broken circuitry, just so that I can show you the functionality of the saber. All right, so we can iron out the sound, or we can iron out the config rather after this demo video before I send it, if you like. All right, 2-button setup. So your main switch here, that's your activation, and then your little tactile down here is your auxiliary. You've got CC sabers in here for your lit PCB. How you get to the chassis is you just want to unscrew the handle. You did some really cool stuff to the pommel. You have like these little fiber optic cables coming out. It looks really cool. It shines up nice, and I'll show you that here in a second, obviously. All right. Couple threads on the handle, no big deal, but we'll pull it out. Everything is a nice snug fit. You asked for a copper colored chassis, so that's what you got here. It says Fallen Order over here. Yeah, Fallen Order over here in Airbush, if you can see that. And then it says Solo Sabers over here for me. You got a removable battery setup. You have a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker back here, and then I put this little pixel accent on the back and on its own holder so that we can light that pommel up. Okay, and then your Proffie board here. So for now, the Proffie board is just a snap fit down into the shelf. If you find that it's coming loose on you over time, you can use a little bit of E6000 to hold it in place, but everything can be done here. You can get to your SD card, your micro USB. You can take your SD card out from here. So the board never has to be moved. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll throw a battery in this guy. Just like that. We'll go ahead and throw the handle on. Like I said, it is a snug fit, but everything goes together well. And we'll just go through the motions of screwing the handle back on. So, once we got that locked down tight, we can come over here and hit activation. All your LEDs firing up like they should. Your pommel very much lit up. So all of your fiber optic cabling that you've got coming out the back, it's shining through very nicely. Plus you've got very nice shine through on the sides, through all the grates. Auxiliary back here. And then I gave you twist off. This does take a 1-inch diameter neopixel blade, so we'll throw that in real quick. I'm not going to use the blade retention because it is a pretty snug fit, but you'll probably want to tighten that down depending on how hard you want to swing this guy around. So nice green blade, but like I said, broken circuitry back here. Smooth swing working well. Good flash on flash. Blade, blaster bolt deflex. And then of course blade lockup is holding down the aux and hitting the saber. Moving up and down the blade. And then your soundtrack on this particular setup is just a long press on the power. And then one more long press to turn it off. Oh, not long enough. I never press that long enough to turn it off. But yeah, anyway, one more time. Just like that. And go ahead and take the blade out. When this came to me, one of the shrouds was a little bit loose. It was no big deal. I was able to get in there with an Allen key and turn it. You're only able to put it in there and turn it so far, and it takes a little bit of time, but everything should be tight now. Got your greeblies glued on here. If you ever have to take the chassis out for any reason, what you want to do is you want to come to the square greebly that's on the aux button side. Pop that off. Okay, you'll see 4 set screws. The one set screw that is closest to your aux button on this side of the greebly, that's going to be your chassis retention. So you loosen that guy up and you can slide your chassis out. I don't know why you'd ever need to do that, but I'm just letting you know where the chassis retention screw is. The other 3 are holding the coupler on so that you can unscrew the handle. Okay, so you don't want to mess with those. We'll unscrew the handle one more time real quick. I can show you what that pommel accent looks like with the handle off. So it just goes through a series of flashing on and off just to mimic that broken circuitry. Just like that, right? And then when you're done, you can come over here from the positive side of the battery by the speaker, and you can pop it out with your finger just like that. So that is pretty much your Fallen Order V3. Let me know if you got any questions, and then after I hear back from you today, we can get this all packaged up and sent out in the mail to you. Okay? Thanks.